What's up, guys? How's it going? It's your boy 6 Points HELLCAT. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a blessed day so far. So just the other day I was looking through my Instagram messages, and I have a lot of messages. I was trying to catch up on a lot of them, and I found a question that got asked quite often, repeatedly, and the question is, how much money do I spend on gas on my HELLCAT? So if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, it's the same as my YouTube username, 6.2 HELLCAT. I post like pretty much every day. I take out this HELLCAT Daytona here, my gas guzzler car. I usually post a picture of me at the gas station. So I do fill up quite often. So a lot of people were asking like, oh dude, how much money do you spend on gas a month? And how often do you go to the gas station? Like every week? And honestly, it's a question that I prefer to avoid just because it really hurts my heart. Adding up the math and estimating how much money I truly spend on gas alone on this car. And I remember on my old HELLCAT I was paying $600 a month for the car payment, and I did the math on my old HELLCAT, and I spent more money on gas than I did on my monthly payment every month. And it was honestly, I think it was closer to $1,000 a month on my old HELLCAT. That's how much money I spent on gas. Now my old HELLCAT was a gas guzzler. I did have a few things done to it, so it did guzzle a little bit more gas than this car. This car is a little, it's stock, so I mean the gas mileage isn't too bad considering, I mean, it is a HELLCAT still, so the gas mileage is still pretty bad, to be honest. So but we're gonna go over today how much money I truly spent on gas. I'm gonna kind of try to do the math on it and figure out for you guys like how often I go to the gas station. I know that I pretty much, every time I take out this car, I pretty much go every day, but I'm gonna try to do the math on it. And I do live in Southern California, for those guys that don't know. And as you guys, I'm sure, do know, California is like one of the most expensive states to live in. Especially the gas prices are outrageous. It's disgraceful. It should be illegal how expensive gas is compared to other states. I mean, I know in Texas the gas is like a third of the price here. So cost of living is definitely more expensive here. If you do live in California, we'll go over all those crazy, outrageous prices. But anyways, we're gonna go and hop in the car and go waste more money on gas. Filming this video for you guys. So let's go and start her up. All right, and just by turning on the car, I feel like I just spent like $5 just starting her up. All right, guys, let's go and head out. All right, guys, this is the famous street that I always do pulls on. Just like that, guys, that was probably like another $5 spent on gas just from doing that one pull. I swear to God, man, this car guzzles gas like crazy. On top of that, this car does come with a gas guzzler tax on top of everything else that has to happen with this car. How much money I have to spend. I also have to spend a gas guzzler tax when you first purchase this car. California laws are just stupid. If you do live in California, I would not suggest buying one of these cars unless you can really afford the gas and cry yourself to sleep every day knowing how much money you spend on gas is just stupid. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. First off, I do want to say it makes a huge difference which gas station you end up going to in terms of quality and price. So the preferred ones that I go to is 76 and Shell. 76 just because it's really convenient, it's right up the street from my house. And Shell, obviously, for those of you guys that do know, Shell is probably the best gas station you can go to in terms of quality. It is really expensive. It is probably the most expensive gas station out there in California, at least. We're actually pulling up to one right now, so let's check out the prices here at Shell. So at Shell, 87 is $339, and V-Power, which is their 91 octane, is $369. So that's honestly pretty expensive. I mean, even in California terms, anything's expensive, but Arco's right here, so we're gonna check out the Arco prices. Arco is definitely the gas station I would never go to in my entire lifetime. I don't even fill up my daily with Arco, just because the quality of the gas is so cheap compared to any other gas company. So they pretty much watered down their gas, so I would definitely not recommend going to Arco. The fact that I don't even do it in my daily should say something. But let's take a look at the Arco prices here. Obviously way cheaper. 87 is $299 and their 91 is $329. So I think the 87 at Shell was more expensive than their 91 here. So that's mainly because Arco is just watered down gas. It's not really good quality. I would definitely not put it in my Hellcat under no circumstance. I would rather run out of gas and have a tow truck come and fill me up than go fill up a few gallons at Arco to get me home. Like, I just don't trust Arco gas at all. So especially if you have a modified car, I know octane rating is extremely important, so you definitely don't want to be messing with Arco. If you do mess with Arco, I would switch it up real freaking quick if you do plan on getting a performance car. So you pretty much just got to pay for the quality, guys, honestly. So there's a Chevron isn't too bad. I don't really go to Chevron too often, but they're 80 cents, $3.29, so it's actually a little bit closer to Shell's prices. Man, the sun is in my eyes, man. So with that being said, Shell and 76 are the main ones that I go to. And if you live anywhere near Southern California, you know how outrageous these prices are over here. Oh my God, I'm getting blinded right now. But anyways, let's get into how much money do I spend on gas. So every time I take out this car, which is pretty much every freaking day. So I just want to say, I do have a daily car. I do drive it to work, and that's pretty much it. So it's kind of hard because the people that I hang out with outside of work in my extracurricular activities are all car people. So I can't take my daily to hang out with my car friends. I got to take the Hellcat. And my boy Rush, I know a lot of you guys think we live like really close or we're neighbors or something. We do not live close at all. We live actually pretty damn far away. So he lives in Orange County area. I live in Los Angeles, towards like a Rancho Cucamonga area. So it's a pretty far drive. So to get to his house, it's like 45 minutes. Sometimes we meet halfway, but regardless, man, it's a drive. So to get out there, to link up with friends, and I take this car out pretty much every day. Every time I take this car out, I have to fill up. I shit you not. So if I have a full tank at the beginning of the day and I go visit my boys and we go do some car stuff, by the end of the night when I'm driving home, I probably the chances that I have to fill up are pretty high. So it depends where we go, obviously, but for the most part, I'm either at half a tank or less than half a tank, and I always fill up when I have at least a quarter of a tank left in my car. I never wait until it's fully empty, just because I don't like I really don't like the needle being too low. It kind of gives me anxiety. So if you're like me, I can't stand the people who wait until the not the engine light, but the gas light turns on. That gives me major anxiety. I'm like, how the hell do you do it? I have to fill up like at the quarter mark. So I have to fill up pretty much every day. I take out this freaking car, and to fill up, so I go to 76 or Shell to fill up a full tank, say 17 gallons, it's like $65 to $70. So just imagine, let's just say for to be a little bit easy for me before I start crying, knowing how much money I spend in gas. I just want to say that I don't even look at my gas bill. I don't look at my gas bill at all. I don't look at my credit card bill. I just set that bitch on auto pay, and I'm just like, you know what, let God deal with it. I do not want to see how much money I spent on gas. So I do have a credit card that I use mainly on gas and food, and I know they take out like, I pay it off every month. They take out like at least $3,000 a month on food and gas. And when I say it out loud, oh my God, that sounds like a lot of money that I spend on food and gas alone. I spend like, yeah, close to $3,000 a month on food and gas. So I really don't look at the statements, at the bills, and see like how much I'm spending on what, because I really don't want to cry right now. I don't want to feel depressed. I'm actually pretty happy today. So that's the last thing that I want to do, is look at my credit card bill and just cry a river. But if I had to do the math here, say I fill up every other day, just to make it easy for me. If I had to fill up every other day, $60 every other day, and say let's fill up 3 times a week, just to be on the generous side. So $180 to fill up the car. And so we'll round it up to $200 just to make the math easy. So $200 a week on gas, which is honestly more on the conservative side. I probably spend more than that a week, but we'll just say 200, right? 200 a week times 4. There's 4 weeks in a month. $800 on gas. That's $800 I spend on gas every month. That is just outrageous. That should be illegal. Damn it, Governor Newsom has to raise the gas prices so much. This guy just smiled. I'm sure this is supercharger wine. So that's a lot of money spent on gas, guys. That's pretty much a car payment, guys. When you think about it, that's literally a car payment. That's multiple car payments. If you have like a Honda, you could lease a Honda for like $200 a month. I could buy 4 Hondas with the amount of gas that I spend every month on my freaking gas payment. It's unreal. So take that into consideration before you end up buying a Hellcat, a gas guzzler. It's just if you can afford it, go for it. If you live in Texas or some other state where, you know, everyone fucks their sisters and whatnot, then go ahead, be my guest. Go ahead and buy a Hellcat because gas prices there are probably really cheap. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you do plan on getting a car like this and you live in California, the gas prices out here, as you well know, are outrageous. So just keep that in mind before buying a car like this. Know that you're probably going to fill up every other day if you do drive it a lot, like I do. I would highly consider getting a daily car. I remember saying this in previous videos that if you do get a car like this, it's just definitely recommended that you get also a very economical car, a car that has really good gas mileage. My other car that I have a Kia Forte as well as like a Honda Accord, and both of those cars have really good gas mileage, and I should honestly drive it more often than this car. Although this car is really fun to drive, don't get me wrong, the expense of this car is too much, especially here in California. So just keep that in mind, guys. That's a little food for thought. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe. Also drop a comment down below, let me know what videos you guys want to see in the future. If you have any other questions that you want answered, feel free to drop a comment down below or message me on Instagram at 6.2HELLCAT. And if it is a question that a lot of you guys asked, then I'll just make a video on it just like this one. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.